Well, this weekend we saw the return of an imaginary presidential candidate, middle class Mitt Romney.
The people that have been hurt in the Obama economy are not the wealthy. The wealthy are doing just fine. The people who have been hurt are people in the middle class.
This isn't the first time we've seen middle-class Mitt at work. The defender of American workers has been making his way around the country for the past several months.
I don't worry about the top 1%. I don't, instead of nights worrying about, gee, we need to help them. I don't think about that. I'm not worried about that. They're doing just fine by themselves. I worry about the 99% in America.
It's not those at the very low end. It's certainly not those at the very high end. It's for the great middle class, the 80 to 90% of us in this country.
Well, I think I should also tell my story. I'm also unemployed.
Did he say he was in the middle class? What country club does he hang out at? It's pretty unusual for a guy worth upwards of $200 million to call himself part of the great American middle class, especially when he still rakes in big bucks for putting people out of work. Here's the story. New York Times reported Romney's retirement package from Bain Capital continues to pay him a share of Bain's profits, giving him millions every year, although he's unemployed. Many of Bain's investments results, well, they're in bankruptcy, bankrupted companies, and loss of jobs. But middle-class Mitt, well, he doesn't see it that way.
In my experience in the private sector, in the investments that I made, in the businesses I helped to build, our intent in every case was to either help people realize their dreams by starting a business or taking a business that was failing or underperforming and making it more successful.
That key word there is intent. In reality, Bain turns a profit on its investments at any cost. Ask the employees of KB Toys, or how about Clear Channel Communications or Sensata Technologies, about the success they had under Bain. Thousands were laid off from the companies after being acquired by Bain. Middle-class Mitt wants these workers to know he feels their pain.
I understand the impact of what happens globally in trade. And businesses, lose and go out of business, and in some cases lose jobs. It breaks your heart when that happens. It also loses investment.
Just breaks your heart. You know, the guys in this photo look really worried and really heartbroken about losing money on their investments. In fact, a company like KB Toys cost Bain about $18 million. Bain got a 370% return on investment before abandoning the company to debt and bankruptcy. Mitt Romney, warrior for the working class, also has a lower tax rate than the rest of the middle class in this country. His multi-million-dollar retirement income is only taxed at a 15% rate, a rate he will protect as president. But middle-class Mitt wants you to see him eating Subway sandwiches. I mean, he's just regular dude. And posing with the flight crew of Southwest Airlines, just, with the regular folk. Flies coach. Yeah, right. He doesn't want you to think about his $12 million beach house in San Diego, which he recently quadrupled in size, needed a little bit more room. This is the Mitt Romney, the guy who thinks corporations are people.
We have to make sure that the promises we make in Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare are promises we can keep. And there are various ways of doing that. One is we could raise taxes on people. That's not the way. Corporations are people, my friend. We can raise taxes on. Of course they are. Everything corporations earn ultimately goes to people.
Want to know why he's behind in Iowa? And how much do you want to bet that Mitt Romney doesn't spend any time thinking about middle class problems?
Rick, I'll tell you what. $10,000? $10,000 bet?
I'm not in the betting business.
Oh, okay.
Well, one thing is certain, betting on Mitt Romney to win the White House is a gamble none of us can afford. Mitt Romney, he isn't part of the middle class. Mitt Romney is the guy who looks like the guy who fired you.